Welcome to We Love South Africa, your go-to channel for everything proudly South African. Are AMA 2000 really built different? Or are they just louder about it online? In this video, we're diving into the lifestyle, mindset, culture, and the way both generations see the world, from slang to social values. So whether you're a proud 90s kid or a bold AMA 2000, stay tuned, this one's for you. South African youth from the 90s and those of the 2000s experienced distinct societal shifts and technological advancements that shape their perspectives and behaviors. The 90s generation grew up with localized cultural experiences, face-to-face interactions, and a slower pace of life, while the 2000s generation was immersed in the digital age, experiencing instant gratification and globalized culture from a young age. 2000s generation, greater reliance on digital communication, potentially leading to both deeper virtual connections and a sense of isolation. Back in the 90s, we had street games, cartoons on VHS, and house phones with no caller ID. Fast forward to the 2000s, and suddenly it's TikTok, cancel culture, and Uber Eats. 90s generation faced challenges adapting to the post-apartheid era with limited access to resources and opportunities compared to subsequent generations. In essence, the 90s generation in South Africa experienced a period of transition from apartheid to democracy, while the 2000s generation grew up in a rapidly changing digital landscape. These contrasting experiences have shaped their perceptions of the world, their values, and their approach to life and work. 90s generation, limited access to technology, with devices like Tamagotchis, floppy disks, and separate phones and cameras. Culture was more localized with shared TV shows and neighborhood games. 2000s generation may be more adaptable to change, risk-taking, and have a more globalized perspective, but also face challenges related to mental health and social isolation. 90s generation may have a stronger sense of community due to localized experiences and a more gradual introduction to change. AMA 2000 is a term used in South Africa to refer to individuals born around the year 2000, particularly those who came of age during the digital era. It encompasses a generation that is heavily influenced by technology, innovative, and often self-educated. They are also known for being more outspoken and confident than older generations, sometimes even challenging authority figures, as seen in instances where they might refer to older individuals by their first names. The good side of the new generation. This generation is generally more educated than previous ones and has grown up with access to information and technology, making them more aware of global trends and social issues. They are digital natives, comfortable with technology and social media, which can be a powerful tool for communication, activism, and business. Many are engaged in social justice issues such as gender-based violence, inequality, and climate change, demonstrating a strong desire for a more just and equitable society. They often prioritize a healthy work-life balance, unlike some previous generations who may have prioritized work above all else. This generation is often characterized by a sense of self-reliance and adaptability, which can be beneficial in navigating a rapidly changing world. The bad. Despite their education, youth unemployment remains a major challenge, with a significant portion of young people unable to find work. Deep-seated economic inequality persists, with many young people feeling excluded from opportunities and the economy. Poverty and its associated challenges continue to affect many young South Africans, hindering their ability to thrive. The education system faces ongoing challenges, with some young people struggling to access quality education and skills development. The challenges they face can lead to mental health issues, including hopelessness and substance abuse, particularly among those in marginalized communities. The good side. The older generation, especially those involved in the anti-apartheid movement, demonstrated immense courage and resilience in the face of oppression. They organized protests, boycotts, and other forms of resistance to challenge the unjust system. Many individuals and groups within the older generation made significant sacrifices, including imprisonment, exile, and even death, to fight for a democratic and equal South Africa. Despite the hardships they faced, the older generation held on to the hope that a better future was possible for their children and grandchildren. This vision fueled their activism and determination to create a more just and equitable society. The bad, the trauma, violence, and systemic inequalities of apartheid continued to affect South African society, impacting social cohesion, economic development, and individual well-being. The unresolved trauma and anger associated with apartheid can be passed down through generations, leading to intergenerational conflict and hindering social healing. Many members of the older generation faced limited access to education, healthcare, and economic opportunities due to apartheid policies. This legacy continues to affect some communities today. Some youth who participated in the struggle against apartheid may have missed out on educational opportunities, leading to a lost generation with limited skills and opportunities in the post-apartheid era. Oma 2000 are often described as digital natives, having grown up with readily available technology and the internet, which has shaped their learning styles and communication methods. Influential and confident, they are known for their confidence and willingness to express their opinions, sometimes in ways that may be perceived as bold or even disrespectful by older generations. A key characteristic of Oma 2000 is their tendency to be self-directed in their learning and to embrace innovative approaches to problem solving. The term is specific to South Africa and reflects a particular cultural and generational shift within the country's social landscape. One notable example is the grandson of the late Minister Edna Molewa, who referred to President Cyril Ramaphosa by his first name during his speech at her funeral. In 1990s South Africa, young people were navigating a society in transition from apartheid to democracy, grappling with both newfound freedoms and the persistent challenges of inequality. This era saw a rise in youth culture, particularly with the emergence of Kwaito music and a vibrant club scene, while also experiencing anxieties about the lost generation and the impact of political and economic changes on young lives. Key aspects of young people's experiences in 1990s South Africa: political and social transformation. The end of apartheid brought about significant changes, including the first democratic elections in 1994. However, many young people, especially those from marginalized communities, faced continued struggles with poverty, unemployment, and inadequate access to education and opportunities. There was a perception, particularly among older generations, that young Black South Africans were a lost generation, lacking direction and values in the post-apartheid era. This narrative, however, was contested, with organizations like the South African Council of Churches and the Southern African Catholic Bishops' Conference challenging the idea of a lost generation and advocating for a focus on understanding and supporting marginalized youth. The 1990s also saw the rise of a vibrant club scene, particularly in Johannesburg, which provided spaces for young people to express themselves and explore new forms of music and dance. This scene, while sometimes seen as escapist, also reflected the desire for freedom and a break from the realities of the time. Kwaito, a uniquely South African genre of music, became a powerful expression of youth identity and resistance in the 1990s. It reflected the hopes and anxieties of a generation navigating a changing society, often featuring themes of urban life, social issues, and personal experiences. Growing up in South Africa during this period also meant unique experiences like the popularity of certain TV shows, like Aguli, Place of Gold, and Takalani Sesame. High unemployment rates, poverty, and inequality persist in South Africa, creating challenges for both the older generation and younger generations. The legacy of apartheid has also contributed to high crime rates and violence in some communities. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Your support means a lot. See you in the next one.